So, uh, Hi guys. So our topic is about recommendation systems. So, what is recommendation system? Subclass of information filtering system that provides suggestion for items that are pretend to a particular users. It means for a particular users what kind of suggestion they want, what kind of perspective, what kind of idea, what kind of items, what kind of purchasing. It is a process of decision making process, such as what product of purchase, what how to listen to music, what we read online, what they got recommendation. Many website provide recommendation, like example Amazon, Netflix, Paradraw. They do it because they need marketing to purchase, obviously, but they do according to user. So the user have their interest, and somewhere they should start watching their content, and they will be interested in it. So they will have a good purchases. Next is what is used in DA. What we use recommendation in data analysis based on various criteria, including past purchases, search history, and diaphragm information. There are three types of recommendation systems: collaborative filtering, context filtering. Collaborating filtering is basically collaborating filtering is an algorithm where we have based on information from many users. This approach is similar use, perfect behaving, giving interaction between user and item. Recommendation algorithm run for a prediction. That is what they are running for, a prediction. So prediction. These recommendation system have a user past behavior, such as item purchased previously or rating, giving those to a similar decision by other name. So basically collaborating filtering is for the user base. Similar users, what similar user wants, like over here we have to see this. User 1 and user 3 has a they are using a similar system, but what they want in the items, that is known as, like, item 1 and item 4 is similar by the users. They are seeing by the context item information that similar item want, the similar item wanted by the different users, that is known as, like, item contacts. Similar contact. And we will see two collaborative filtering are there. There are two techniques: memory based approach and model based approach. Find the similar user based on the cosine similarities or a correlation, taking an average rate of rating. This is known as a memory based approach, in which advantages are easy to creation and explanation of results. Disadvantages are performing, reducing when the data is paired, so non-skill. Used in modern based approach used in machine learning to find rating of unrated item, example PCA, Newton matrix, factorization. Advantages of reduction deals with the missing spheres. Disadvantages is to be because of hidden latent factors. We have difficult to find it. Collaborating filtering approach. Add into a matrix of rating, which is used for UI. I is equals to 1 up to n items, where item pj j is equals to 1. Now we want a prediction that rating if the target user I didn't want to watch, and the process is calculating a similar target. It is a basically we are targeting it, what we are watching. The user UI is representing for the user, where I is 1 2, and PJ is for a purchasing or a what sorry, not for a predict, it is a prediction, what kind of rating. And rating for RJ, where you are for rating, where you are rating a similar interest. So it is a summation of similar interest of users, different kind of users, uh, for the number of rating divide by number of rating or per unit number of rating, where for the particular rating we have a similar interest of users and their users. There are different kind of users. There in this case different kind of ratings are there for the different users, where summation of UI and UK is providing divided by number of rating. So personal this is a memory based approach in which personal collaboration, where users is a summation of RJIJ minus RJRKJ minus RK divided by per unit uh, square of summation of J RJ minus RI square and summation of J, where RKJ is RK square. So basically, J is what a user's perspective, what their recommendation by how many numbers. Cosine similarity in cosine, as we know, Ri into Rk upon uh, uh, mod of Ri into Rk. So it's a summation of Mj is equals to A Rj Rkj upon some square root of summation of R square Ij summation of R square Kj. So next is context filtering. The second part is a process where involving a involving the user of software or hardware to screen and restrict the access of obligation in email, website, external and other suspicion item. Compared to often contact filtering is known as filtering as a part of their interest firewalls. So in this we have to see reader by user has a similar architecture that is recommended by the system. Like nowadays, what in for example in the YouTube video we are watching that content, but then there are many there are we can see related to that source what we are watching, they recommend us. Next is context filtering involving the context information and recommendation process. For example, Netflix about to make a better recommendation by framing a recommendation as their context sequence prediction. This approach used for sequence context user action plus context current context to predicts of the next action. In example, a given sequence for in each country device data and a time when they watched a movie, they trained a model to predict what to watch next. Basically, what to watch next is a, like, you can see the question mark, so they will predict you according to your playlist, according to your what you are seeing. They will predict what you mostly like according to it. Next is user case application, e-commerce and retailing, personal merging, media, intermediate personality context, personal banking. That is a application of use application of recommendation systems. E-commerce and retailing is basically merchandising for an advertisement or an advertisement to approach to the users according in the current scenario. Media and entertainment is basically what we are using for the watching purposes in for example in Facebook, Instagram, what kind of content we are watching. YouTube also, they will recommendation according to it. Personalization banking is for our own good, what we are doing for recommendation for watching the context and everything. Advantages: model does not need a data for users since recommendations are specified to a single users. It is easier to scale to a large number of users. The model can approach the specific interest of the user, can recommending the item for very few other users in interested in. Disadvantages: feature representation of atom in hand in tech require a lot of domain knowledge. Still, there is some area where uh, people are not satisfied and they require, and still it it also have limit of limiting of revealing a privacy for someone. The model can only make recommendation based on the okay. The model has a basically the existing internet of a users. In other words, model has limited able to expand on the user in existing interest. Basically, what is for the internet and publication, what we have contact in internet, they are just recommendation to that only. That is the advantages, because uh, they cannot go expand for if there is no context table able in internet, there would be nothing. So that's one of them. And thank you so much.